The violence in Haiti continues unchecked and getting worse. The country is now run by a gang leader who goes by the nickname or nom de guerre Barbecue. You can decide for yourself why that is. In Florida, they are bracing for a massive influx of Haitian immigrants. Florida Governor Ron DeSantis says the federal government is not doing enough, so he is sending hundreds of police, state, and National Guardsmen to the beach to intercept large flotillas of Haitians coming. Florida Congressman Matt Gaetz pressured military leaders on the Hill this week to take preventative action.
Can I leave this discussion believing that it will be your best military advice to the administration to utilize DoD assets for this purpose?
If there's a need for that, I would absolutely request it.
All right, Congressman Matt Gaetz is with us now, member of the Armed Services Committee. Is this actually going to happen, another mass wave of Haitian boat people?
Certainly. Haiti is a failed state right now. The Biden administration officials I was speaking with couldn't distinguish Haiti from a failed state, and we know that is the #1 push factor that sends thousands of people into the Florida straits, onto Florida shores. And here's the legal status of those folks. If we interdict them at sea, we are able to pull right up to a dock at Port-au-Prince as a consequence of our agreements there, let them out, and they are never part of the immigration system. If they make it to shore, they're able to claim that they fear their conditions in Haiti, they can seek asylum, and that further clogs that system. So
I guess to be fair, interdiction at sea is key. To be fair, who wouldn't have real fear about what's happening in Haiti? The place is run by a guy named Barbecue.
Yeah, I just don't want Southeast Florida to become Haiti. And what's different about a lot of the Haitian migrants that show up is that they don't disperse evenly throughout the country. They often stay in communities in Miami-Dade, Broward, Palm Beach counties. So that means a huge burden on our jails, on our hospitals, our school systems, and the violence that you see from some of these folks is horrendous. When I talked to the Border Patrol and Coast Guard folks, they told stories of these folks like pouring gasoline on little babies on these flotillas to try to deter a boarding. And the reason Joe Biden isn't doing enough is because he hasn't yet declared an anticipated state of a mass migration over water. If he were to do that, we could get naval vessels in the Florida Straits to deter this migration. We could take action now. The Biden administration is not doing it. Bravo, Ron DeSantis, for getting some force posture in place. But remember, those folks will only encounter the Haitians once they've landed and have a right to claim asylum. If Biden did the right thing, they'd be right back in Port-au-Prince.
All right, so CBP agents have encountered 130 Haitian migrants at the U.S. southern border since October of 2021. You can imagine some of the 4,000 let out of Haiti's maximum security prison by the gangs, and others are going to be trying to make it into the United States through the southern border. What is the end game, you know, in the best case scenario for people keeping people from leaving Haiti to begin with?
Well, I mean, Haiti is no Garden of Eden in the Caribbean. It has been a really problematic place for a great deal of time, and I don't know that the United States becoming the block captain of Haiti is the answer here. Like,
didn't we do that once?
Yeah, it didn't exactly pan out, right? It's led to a lot of the conditions and the corruption that now have Haiti as a lawless failed state. There's going to have to be some sort of long-term resolution there, but in the short term, you're looking at a massive impact on the United States, one that is absolutely preventable if Joe Biden would take the appropriate action to put those naval vessels in place.
All right, so if you think about the really bad places, the truly awful places in the world, from North Korea, I think you could add Gaza right now to it. You could certainly add Yemen, Somalia. The closest one to American shores is Haiti. And I remember writing a senior thesis paper about the Haitian Revolution, right? You had 3 democratic revolutions in the 1700s. The French worked out all right. The Americans were still doing pretty well. And the Haitians has been a complete disaster since the 1700s.
Even Alexander Hamilton himself said that democracy would never work in Haiti, that it could not be a republic by virtue of some of those very dynamics.
And some of the, well, there you go. You see a man of history as well. So I ask you this. Why is it that all the do-gooders who are so concerned about what's going on in Gaza right now, where there are people starving and there are people dying, are absolutely uninterested in the millions who face starvation in Haiti and the extreme violence that exists on the streets of Haiti?
I mean, look, the saddest state of the human condition I've ever observed was when I went to an AIDS clinic in Haiti and saw how people were living there, and it was horrendous. And so I do think it's appropriate for us to be more focused on what's going on here in the Western Hemisphere than oceans away, where our impact is not as universally positive in other parts of the world. Here, this is our backyard.
How does this spiral out of control, right? You have gangs that then take over. You have military-grade weapons there. You have, what, a couple million Americans a year who go to the Dominican Republic on the same island to vacation. And then all of a sudden, barbecue becomes president. That doesn't end up well for America.
No, it doesn't, and it doesn't end up well for the Dominican Republic, and frankly, it creates a cascading effect throughout the Caribbean that's destabilizing. I think it's because the government there lost legitimacy, was deemed corrupt, and there was a parity of force between the gangs that were running the streets and the entity that was in the government. And when you have that parity, you see collapse. You know what a good example is? What Nayib Bukele has done in El Salvador. Let's take that model and try to apply it to Haiti. Let's lock up the criminal gangs. Let's apply some semblance of order. And sure, you're going to break some eggs along the way, but look at where El Salvador is right now. I mean, they were Haiti in a lot of ways, a decade ago.
Well, it doesn't seem as though barbecue is going to be bringing the El Salvador model.
Barbecue's in an El Salvadorian prison in El Salvador.
Right.
He's not running the government.
Well said. Congressman, good to see you, sir.
Good to see you.
Thank you very much.